Neil here. Back with some more custom furnace videos. It's been a while. It's been 2 days, which, you know, it's a long time. I mean, it feels like a long time. Like, I sat down and I kind of was going through the code, kind of prepping for what I wanted to cover, and I'm like, fuck, 2 days, 2 days. You know, in my high-speed lifestyle of, you know, fucking 7 and 4-year-olds and sucking the, you know, choking the corporate chicken, yeah, it's fucking feels like forever. But that's what happens, you know, when you get older. Fucking parenting and shit. Our furnace. Let's get this fucking thing working, right? Right? No excuses. No excuses. It is 6:10 Pacific Standard Time. Not that that fucking means anything to you because you're watching this at a later time. My family is currently out at a Seder because Zombie Jesus Day is coming up. Apparently this is important. I don't know. I don't know. But the fucking advantage to that is I get to hang out with you guys. So I actually just uploaded episode 9 where we did some bug fixing. And you know what? We're going to do some more bug fixing because as your stuff is right now, probably right this second as I'm saying it, like your inventory and shit isn't showing up. So if you watch 13.9, that'll be fixed. But you know, one of the things that we're having trouble with is in our GUI is this line right here where it's supposed to get the name of our oven and then display it in in the foreground of our container. So we log in, we look at our alabaster furnace. It just says container.alabaster oven. And I was looking through this method, and I remember that before you would do something along the lines of this. You would say, come down here to this area. Fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. You would do game registry, if you can spell it right, dot instance registry dot instance. Yeah. There's nothing there. And you would, or no, language registry. Yeah? Yeah. Language registry dot instance dot add string localization, add name for object. I'm not entirely sure. There was apparently just some fucking proper way of doing this, and I'm not worrying about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our GUI alabaster oven, and string name equals this or this or this or this. We're pretty much going to take out that whole line. String name equals alabaster alabaster oven, like so, like so. And you know what, we should have debugged this, and that way we wouldn't have to poke through it like that. Close it and then reopen it, and then close it, reopen it. And I just fucking hit play again. I didn't even debug it. Oh well. Alabaster oven, right in the middle, exactly where we want it. Savvy. So we got a bug fix to do. What we want to do is, because right now it doesn't work at all. It doesn't do shit. Our furnace. So let's roll into tile entity, and we need to go to get item burn time. And one of the things that I kind of dorked up on here is this right here closes right here, and it actually needs to close up here. And I'll kind of explain why, and we'll take one of these out. Then we need to move our blocks, what are specifically blocks, block fuels up here, right? So let's tidy this up a bit. Just I don't know. It bugs me. It bugs me. I like to have it everything in its right place and just looking nice and sassy, like so. Yeah, like that. So, really, what we're doing is we're putting the stuff that is fuel, that is blocks, into this little if statement right here, and then we jump out of this if statement and we've said, okay, we're not worrying about blocks anymore. We're just checking to see whether or not this item is fuel. So if item is equal to coal, we're going to return 1600 essentially ticks. That's how long it's going to go for. So now we hit play. Still didn't debug. That's okay. That's okay. It's all good. And now what we should be able to do is actually jump in here to our alabaster oven and just put anything in there. I'm going to actually do some dinner because it's 6:15. Daddy needs to eat. You'll notice as the coal disappeared, we've got our cooking symbol on the front here, and I'll see if I can. We'll keep that in the background. Look at that. Cooked pork chop. Ooh, and I got a little XP out of it. Now what we can do is we can actually stare at this for a while, right? And then as soon as the 1600 ticks from that one piece of coal goes down, the furnace state will shut off, right? We will be all done with that. Be all done with that. What am I saying? Kind of rambling here. Sorry, guys. Our furnace state will automatically move over to this method down here, which is our update alabaster oven state. So it's going to stop being in an active state, and it's going to be replaced with the idle version of that block, right? We're not going to wait around for that. We're just going to trust that it's going to happen. It's going to go away. It will. It will, unless you start feeding more coal into it. See, look at that. There it goes. We used up our ticks. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that our arrow didn't work, and our heat meter is what I'm calling it. A heat meter. A heat meter. A meat heater. Oh, what am I saying? It's not a heat meter. It's a cook time. It's your cook time. This right here is your cook time. Right? So you put in fuel and then you put in something to cook. Right? We haven't built any of this. We actually build this back in our there's a couple of different places. We actually have in our container, right, we have these progress bar updates, so sending progress bar updates. But we actually need to build this into our GUI right here, and it looks like I actually already started on it. Shame on me. Shame on me. You didn't see that, although you can probably pause it, check it out. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to copy and paste the vanilla code in here, and then I'm going to show you guys how to manipulate that. Ooh, nickel and got. I need. I'm a hoarder when it comes to Minecraft, by the way. I don't throw anything away. I'm like, oh yeah, 75 stacks of dirt. I may need those. Yep, total hoarder. We're going to copy in vanilla code, so then that way we'll have these meters. And you'll actually see one will actually be over the top of this slot, because we used to have a slot here and a slot here. I hope you can see my mouse. Probably can't. So we're going to copy in vanilla code. So we want the GUI. And where is the GUI? Well, if we go to our reference libraries and then our forge source, we can scroll down until we get to net.client.gui. furnace is not here. Where is the gooey furnace at? Well, yeah, that was fucking pointless. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Anyways, we're going to say if this dot alabastered, because that's what I'm affectionately calling it, my alabastered oven dot is burning, we want to do something. What is that? We are going to say int k equals this dot alabaster oven dot get burn time remaining scaled, and we're going to say that that's 40. And why are we saying that's 40? Well, that's a good question. It's an excellent question, because that is the width of our scale that we have created right here. 40 by 10. Sweet. Yeah? Alright. Next, we got to do a little bit of math. What we're going to do is we're going to actually say int j equals 40 minus k, because we want to get essentially the invert of this on a scale of 0 to 40, right? So if this is 29, we actually want 11 right here, right? Because what we're going to be doing is from here, from left to right, this is essentially going to be counting down. Think of the part that I'm selecting as empty space. That's going to be counting down left to right, right? So really what we want is to get whatever that value is minus the invert. So it'll kind of make sense here in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw kind of like we did above. We're going to spell it right. Textured modal rect. And this is going to be, so the far left of our GUI, whatever that is, and it's going to be plus 29. How do we know it's 29? Well, let's go find out. I still have this open, and that's done cooking. Let's keep this stocked with coal, because I pretty much just want this to run in the background. Let's save this. Yeah, so, yeah, it's fucked. Ain't no tang, ain't no tang. So how do we know that this is 29? So we're going to go, GUI left is the far extreme left of our GUI right here. And we're going to count out till we get to the beginning of our space, and that is 29, as you see down at the bottom. Right? So we know that it starts there. Next, we're going to say the GUI top plus whatever the balls, whatever the distance is between the top and the top of our box, which is 65. So going back to our code, we're going to say GUI top. That was probably a little bit much. I should bring in my pot filter. GUI top 65, right? Plus 65, so that way our y-axis goes down. Where does our image start at? Talking really quiet now. Where does our image start at? It starts at 176, right? That's where it starts. So we're going to say 176. Where does it start on the y-axis? It starts at 0. It's right at the top. So we could either write 0 or we could write GUI top. Doesn't really matter. I'm lazy, so I'm going to write 0. Next, we're going to say, what is the increment? What has happened thus far, right? In terms of our cooking. Well, this is 40, and what we're saying is that it's going to be minus j. right? So 40 minus j, we're going to write that in, and then I'll kind of explain this a little bit. Oh, and the last thing that we're going to put in here is we're going to actually make sure this is 40. What's the last thing we're going to put in here? This is 10 blocks high, right there. You'll see that. Phew. Phew. Okay, so 40 minus j. What is j? So as soon as we put in coal into this thing, right? As soon as we put the coal in there, it fills up all the way to the top, right? And what we want to do is we want to count down. So we're going to increase that blank space as we go. And that's how we get j, right? So really what we're saying is j is counting up and up, or k is counting up and up and up and up. J is 40 minus that. So that way we know how wide this bad boy needs to be. That method is actually done, not method, but that if statement. We're going to do our other thing here. Int k equals this dot alabaster oven dot get cook progress scaled. We're going to leave this the same as our vanilla code, which is 24. How do we know that it's 24? Because 24 is the width of our arrow, right, like so. So how do we draw this out? Well, we're going to say draw textured modal rect, and this is going to be GUI left plus 79. So again, let's go back to paint.net. We're going to look at this. GUI left plus 79. Where does it start? It starts right here. One block removed, essentially, from where that existing arrow is. The next bit that we put in is going to be GUI top plus 34. So going back again to paint, we're going to go down 34. 34. Where am I at? 34, right there. One block removed from the highest colored block of our arrow. Right? Now, the next thing that we want to know is where does that new image start? Well, I can tell you that it starts at 176. Why? Because that's the width of our GUI. That's where our other one started. We come in here. That's where this one starts at 176. Pretty easy. Where does it start on the y-axis? It starts at 10, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll do 10. And now what we want to essentially say is we know our box that this is going to be in. It's GUI left plus 79 on the x-axis. So it's 79 pixels to the left. It's going to be 34 pixels from the top. We've gotten where our image is. It starts at 176 on the x-axis, starts at 10 on the y-axis, and it's going to be k, which is our cook progress scaled plus 1. And it's going to be 16. So we're going to say k plus 1, 16. Boom, like so. Save it. Run it. Let's cook something. This is still carrying over fuel, is my guess. So there we see it cooking up. We see the value of our fuel that we put in going down. Voila, that's pretty much good. What I think I'm going to do though is, because I want you to watch this closely, and I'm going to change video settings to auto, small, large. We're going to wait for this to run all the way out. And you'll see that when it starts out, there is a little gap here already existing. Right? And I want it to be full first and then go down. But I think if we do that, then it will end up with just one. So you know what? No, we're going to leave it as. We're not going to be super duper picky about this. It kind of feels like our furnace is pretty much done. Again, the problem that we're running into is you hold down shift and you try to take that stone, it crashes the whole thing. So I'm gonna kind of tidy up this video because I have that big ass gap in the middle. I'm gonna get this one uploaded and published, and then I'm gonna jump in and we're gonna do that transfer stack and slot method that's in our container. We're going to go through this one and get that one put in. Sweet. All right. Like, comment, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Put any questions in the comments. I have a little update video that I'm going to do after I put out a couple more of these furnace videos for all of you. So look forward to that. Check that out, please. I've got some big news coming in there. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.